What is going on, you guys? What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. We are back. We are back. Can y'all hear me good? Make sure y'all can hear me good, man. It's been a while since I've done these live shows. I ain't gonna lie. So I want to make sure everything working good. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited for this one. I'm excited for this season. I think that last year we had expectations, right? We won one playoff game the year prior. So we went into last year kind of feeling like, hey, win another game, maybe make a nice little run. We had some good weapons. Around this time last year, I was feeling really good about this team. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if the Super Bowl expectations crept in just yet, maybe, but I don't know if I was there just yet. I think it happened a couple weeks into the season, but right now I feel good about this team. I feel like this can be a team that we talk about, a team that we look at a couple years from now and we say, hey, I remember them. I mean, we remember the 2017 team. If this team can get it done, who knows? Who knows what we'll be talking about this team as? So I'm excited about this year. Obviously, I want to talk about Jalen Hurts and what a next step might look like. I mean, a lot of people are talking about Jalen Hurts might need to take that next step as a passer. So I want to kind of go over what that might mean, right? So the Eagles, look, last year, it was talked about throughout the offseason. We wanted to see Jalen Hurts get better as a thrower. We wanted to see Jalen Hurts improve in the pocket. Last year, he was first and second in almost every single category as far as in the pocket passer. I know a lot of people want to tell you, look at the 5,000 yards. He didn't have 5,000 yards. He didn't have 6,000 passing yards. He's not a passer in this league. This is the NFL, man. At the end of the day, there's things that happen. There's things that change. And I think that Jalen Hurts, his style of game, if you can find a guy like that, he's going to change the type of game. And one other thing I want to say as far as his type of game, because I think when people look at I don't even want to say a running quarterback, but a quarterback that has the ability to run like Jalen Hurts, they look at it and say, oh, he's not going to last. Jalen Hurts doesn't take many, if any, big hits. I can't remember the last time that I'm like, Jalen, just get down, Jalen. If anything, he's the aggressor. If anything, he understands when to get out of bounds. He understands when to get down. So I'm not too worried about longevity when it comes to that. But I think that the next step for Jalen Hurts is just continuously learning his abilities, or realizing I can do this with my arm, I can't do that with my arm. Snap decisions. I feel like giving plays a little bit more time to develop before you do take off. I think those are things he can probably work on, but I don't think that I don't want to say necessary, because obviously you always want to get better, but it's like, just continue what you're doing. Don't fall off. I need to see the athleticism. Obviously, later in his career, the athleticism will dip off. Father Time is undefeated. So at that point, yes, maybe we want to see him as more of a pocket passer. But right now, I feel like he's killing it. What does a step up mean for him? I really don't see one. I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't know what he can do to impress me anymore. I really don't. I would love to know what you guys think, though. I think Jalen Hurts is at a point right now where you're going to see baby steps. It might not be even noticeable on the field of what he's getting better at. You might not be able to notice it in the stat line at what he's getting better at, but there is going to be steps taken this offseason, which I'm sure there already has been, to improve upon areas, that he feels he needs to. I really personally, I'm cool with what he is. I like what I see out of Jalen Hurts. I'm excited to see him go out there and hopefully, maybe get 1,000 yards as a rusher and get people even more upset. But shout out to everybody already in the chat, man. We got 21 people in the chat. I haven't done live streams in so long, so I appreciate y'all coming out and just chilling. I know we do the Jan live streams, and I've done like a live stream here and there for breaking news, but like, actually sitting back in the studio, getting all the live stream stuff ready, getting the chat up and everything, it felt really, really good. And seeing everybody, showing out. So you guys know how this goes. If you don't, I know we got a good amount of subscribers over the past couple of months. So if you don't know how this goes, this is how it goes. You guys run this show. I usually take like 10 minutes of your time in the beginning of it and kind of give you something I wanted to talk about. But this is your show. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we're going to be adding, this is going to be every day. We're going to be doing this daily, either 3 or 5 o'clock. I'll let you guys know every day. But we're going to add a call line. We're going to add all that. So today we're just going to be chilling and talking. But what's going on, Bet On Yourself Media? I see you. Yeah, hit me up, bro. If you ever want to do a show, just hit me up. I'm back on the grind. You know, I was trying to work on just editing, trying to work on obviously going out to all these events and just getting all that, you know, situated. But we back, baby. Shout out to my guy, Smitty Eagles. I know he says that all the time. We back. Shout out to my guy. Ohana means family. It's been a minute. How have you been? Lonely B says. So I asked in the comments, obviously, feel free to answer this. You know what I'm saying? I like to come into the comments a little bit before and just chop it up with y'all if anybody's in there. And there was a couple people in there. So I asked, would y'all want Jalen Hurts as the Madden cover athlete? Before I read the comments, let me just give my little spiel on it. Like, look. I really only play, you could probably see the, you know, Xbox back there and everything, but I personally really only play Madden. I'm not going to lie to you. I play Madden maybe here and there. I'll play, you know, 2K or something like that, or I'll play Mortal Kombat with my girl or something like that. But like mainly I play Madden, and every year I say I'm not going to play it this year. I'm not going to do it to myself. I'm not dealing with this year, but I always find myself right back at that Microsoft store downloading a Madden. So this year's not going to be no different. Do I care if Jalen Hurts gets the cover? I really don't care. I mean, if that upsets Cowboys fans, that upsets Giants fans, that upsets Washington fans, then let's do it. I'm down for it. And obviously it'll be a cool little piece. It sucks because it's not digital. It's digital now, right? Like mine's is digital. I don't do the hard copy. So I wouldn't mind buying the hard copy, but I wouldn't be able to play on here. So I'd spend $60 for no reason. But that's my opinion on it. I think Madden's going to be trash this year anyways, but I wouldn't mind him being on there. I really would not mind him being on the cover. Lonely B says, if Hurts being on the cover of Madden gives Cowboys fans another reason to lose their ish, I'm all for it. Me too. You couldn't have said it better myself. Could not have said it better myself. Colin says, I was going to boycott Madden 24 for not giving us a good game, but if Jalen Hurts is on the front cover, I may have to buy it. That's how I'm feeling. What's going on, Eagles Uncensored? Been a minute. How you been? Dank Burrito, what's going on, brother? I always see you in the premiere, so I feel like we talk almost every day. But he says, I think they're talking about being a more efficient and cerebral pocket passer. I get that, but he was like first. I want to get the actual stats up, but he was like first and second in most categories. Let me pull the actual stat up because I don't want to just say, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody on Twitter been talking about it. Twitter is just Eagles versus Cowboys. That's what they need to call Twitter from now on. So he was first in completion percentage in the pocket. He was second in touchdown to interception ratio, and he was first in passer rating. So I do understand that there's, you know, definitely there's always stuff you can get better at, but if he's going to take another step, it's going to be scary for the NFL. That's what I'm saying. If he gets even better, how do you get better than first? You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I see people saying, "Boo Xbox, man. Y'all ain't hating on my Xbox." Jalen Hurts doesn't have to prove anything. He's earned his respect. He a dog. That's how I feel right now. I mean, I did my nitpicking last year. This year, it's like, just go out there and win us games. I really don't care. I said the other day on Twitter, and I got a lot of people mad that I said he was like the black Tom Brady. But like, if you really look at Tom Brady, what was he amazing at? He was amazing at reading defenses. He was amazing at sitting in the pocket and dissecting defenses. He was never the strongest arm. He was pretty accurate. You know, he was very accurate. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like Jalen Hurts is very accurate. And I feel like he might not have the strongest arm, but he gets it there. And that was one thing that, you know, really frustrated me with him his first full year as a starter, was that I didn't necessarily see the anticipation. Last year, you saw way more anticipation, which comes with trust, right? This was something I even said that year. It comes with trust, knowing that your wide receiver is going to be there, knowing that your guy is going to be there, and you have that with a guy like A.J. Brown. You have that with a Devontae Smith. Have that, you know, with the list goes on, but you didn't really have that with a Jalen Reagor. So I get the maturation in the sense of players coming in here and fitting the roles better, but I feel like he got better at it as well. So like I said, it's going to be very interesting to see where it goes from here. Eagles Uncensored says, Hurts has nothing left to prove, man. If anyone wants him to prove anything else to him, they're just being picky and out of this world. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it is what it is. You know, at this point, he is who he is. He's going to continue, like I said, to get better, because we know that he's going to work in the offseason. So like you said, I think at this point you're nitpicking if you really just say, well, you got to be bad. I don't care if he throws for 5,000 yards. He can go his whole career and not throw for 5,000 yards. If we're winning, I don't care. If that's what he has to do in order for this team to be a threat on offense every single series, then do that. I'm cool with that. And that's one thing that kind of worries me is that when people start saying Jalen Hurts has to throw the ball more, I want to see Jalen Hurts get these yards, get these amount of touchdowns. I really don't care. Just play within the offense. That's the biggest thing. Play within the offense. And last year, Jalen Hurts was the offense. So, I mean, I'm cool with what he is. I'm cool with what he's going to be. We'll see where it goes from there. That's where I'm at with it. It's not about proving anything. It's about expanding on what he's already good at. If Jalen is gonna say he needs to improve, then he needs to improve. Jalen's never satisfied. Yeah, I agree. See, but dang, when I was saying that last year, when I was saying he got to get better and we shouldn't just be satisfied with what it is, people were coming at my neck. People were really coming at my neck trying to, call me a hater and all that. But it's the truth. You have to, especially on this side of things, right? Like I make a show, I do videos and stuff like that. I'm going to look at things that maybe people gloss over because, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I think that he's proven a lot, and I think that he continues to prove things. That's one thing. You tell me the year before last, you're a play away from you're a series away from the Super Bowl. You have a minute left. Do you think Jalen Hurts would win that Super Bowl? I would probably say no. You ask me now, and I feel like if we got the ball back with a minute left and Jalen Hurts had that ball, we were going to win. That's a big dynamic. That's a big difference. So, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I think he's going to continue to improve, and that's all we got to ask for. That's what we got to expect, right? Because that's why a lot of athletes in general in any city really, but in Philly especially, if you're not even putting effort to get better, you're gonna be kicked out of here very soon. You're not gonna last because we're going to expect greatness, especially now. You heard all these offensive linemen, all these rookies, all these new additions talk about the bar and the standard that this team has already set. So we have what we are. We know what we are, and we know what we want to be. So you're going to have to come in here and follow suit, and that means working hard. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got 31 people on the YouTube side. I know we're live on Facebook. I know we're live on Twitter, but Twitter doesn't even let me read comments. Facebook, I just don't like Facebook. But if you guys want to become part of the chat, come on over to the YouTube side. That was a terrible sales pitch, but I'm getting better. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been live, and now I'm dropping my phone. All right, where were we? Justin said, I don't care either. I don't believe in curses. Yeah, I did when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I definitely did. But who was it that went on there and just balled out? Was it Mahomes that ended up, kind of breaking that curse? So, if you did believe in him, I think it's at least over now. Bernard says, if the team involved, bro, Quez, you see a difference in play. Say that again. I don't think I'm getting that. He said, boo, Xbox. I'm about to remove your moderator, bro. You can't talk about my Xbox like that. I'm thinking about getting a PlayStation now. I ain't gonna lie. Not right now, but, maybe down the line. I'm thinking about getting a PS5. Because I know everybody has a PS5, man. I feel lonely. Nobody wants to play with me. The mountain covers overrated. The Madden cover, okay. I'd rather have him win in real life than when I really don't care. But, hey, I'll take it. Brian says, what was it like being at the draft in person, especially when we got Carter and Smith? First of all, the draft itself, and my girlfriend loved Kansas City, and I did too. Like, we talk about it a lot. We want to go back there. It was just beautiful. Like, the city itself was so dope. I'm not going to lie. The draft was a heck of an experience. I'll tell you that much. As a fan, we got to experience both, right? Because obviously it was a couple days. As a fan, it was really cool just being able to see everything, seeing a bunch of different, fans of different teams. A couple people, shouted me, said what up to me and everything, knew me from the show. So it was a really, really cool experience as just like a football fan. As far as being able to cover it, being able to meet Jalen Carter after he got drafted, it was otherworldly. I wish I had like a good explanation because there really is no good explanation. It was never thought in a million years I would be there. You're in media rooms with guys that you watch on TV, that you read their articles, that you listen to them on radio. So it was really, really cool. It was an awesome experience. And, I'm excited for next year to see what happens and see where I am next year and what events we go to next year. This year, I didn't get my Eagles credentials, which sucks. It's so hard to get on the Eagles practice fields, but I'm going to try again for the games. And I live in Tampa, so I'm working on some things to possibly get some credentials to work at the Tampa game for the Eagles. So we'll see what happens, man. But it was an amazing experience. And thank you, everybody that, supported and helped me get there, because I definitely couldn't have done it without all y'all. But, Brian, let me get you a moderator. Unspoken. What's going on? What's going on? Hurts mechanics have evolved from last year. Check the tape. His throws look effortless. Facts. I agree. I will say I'm so glad Russell Wilson didn't come to Philly, bro. Lenny. Oh my God. It would have been so terrible. I'm gonna, it is what it is. I'll eat crow here. I definitely was one of the people kind of okay with Russell Wilson coming to Philly. I knew the risks. I will say that. To be 100% fair to myself, I knew that everything we would have to give up, it just didn't make sense, and I wouldn't have been okay with what we had to give up. But I understood going after a Russell Wilson. But now, yeah, hindsight is 2020, brother. 2020. Gate City showed Hurts improvement from year to year with the time it took Hurts to read a D and get rid of the ball. Gate City's amazing. Yeah, Gate City's great at what he does. Gate City's one of the more intellectual. I love what he does. I love what he does. Jimmy Smith on the road to victory. There's a lot of good content creators. I'm loving what we got going on right now. You guys let me know too, because I love to do interviews. I love to do these guest spots and everything. We're back. We're bringing it all back. I feel confident with my editing. I feel confident with my script writing and everything. So I'm back. We're back to the lives. We're back to grinding. Sometimes you got to take a couple weeks off. It was like a month or two, but a couple months off from doing something and kind of refocus your energy back on it. It's crazy that you guys are all here, if I'm being 100% honest, because I know Jacob Media is live right now. Maybe not the best time, but I love y'all, man. I love y'all. Y'all real deal Holyfield. Bet on Yourself Media says just win. That's all I care about. I really don't care if he has to do backflips down the whole field for us to win. I really don't care. Just go out there and win. I don't subscribe to the notion that my quarterback has to look a certain way. My quarterback has to do certain things. I don't subscribe to that. And you know why? Because that's a old time Life magazine that only Cowboys fans subscribe to. That's what it comes down to. If we're not winning, but my quarterback got 5,000, but this, but that. And yeah, we're going to talk a little bit of junk. I haven't been live in a while. We're going to talk a little bit of junk about the Cowboys, because I'm back in my bag. I took a break from them too, but I'm back in my bag. We could do this. I got time today. Lenny says, another thing, Joe, your boy who was a Cowgirls fan was tripping with his top 10 quarterbacks list. My dog James, bro. We knew, but I will say this. James has become one of my best friends. I'll be 1,000% honest with that. That dude has looked out for me a lot of times. But we both knew, like, when I did the wide receiver list, I kind of joked around with him, like, I know they're going to be pissed off about my list. And then when he did the quarterback one, he was like, I know that there's a little bit of bias with this. I think he even said it on the show. He was like, there's bias with this. I'm not going to lie to you. But it was fun. It is what it is. It's hard to do top 10 lists. It really is, because it's such a subjective thing. Once you get past 5, you could really say anything, especially in my opinion with wide receivers. I think there's so many good wide receivers in this game. Spa City, what's going on? What's going on? Shit, we was going to win that game, Joe. What's up, my guy? I'm chilling, man. It's been forever. When is the next Black Thought and Swerve episode? I might have to reach out to him, bro. You talk to them. You talk to them, bro. That's all I gotta say. You talk to them. I would love to get him back on. You know what I'm saying? They was busy, though. Dank Burrito said Jalen Hurts is homeless because he has no ceiling. I like that. No ceilings. Yeah, y'all remember the Lil Wayne mixtapes, No Ceilings? Those were some of his best. In my opinion, those were some of his best. Now, if you guys see right below me, right here, you see that green bar right there? That's basically the subscriber count. So I'm trying to get to 10,000 before the first week of the NFL. We got time. We got over 96 days, something like that, 97, something like that. So we're trying to get to 10K. We're more than halfway there. So I appreciate you guys if you hit that like, hit that subscribe, share it with an Eagles fan, whatever you want to do. Y'all know what we do here. Council wars are dead. Yeah, now it's because it's cross platform. I forgot about that. Yeah, so it don't even matter. I'm giving everybody smoke. King Trouble said, how much barbecue did you eat? Not enough. I'm gonna be real with you. I did not eat enough. Me and my girl were kind of upset about that. We went to a couple, like one or two, real talk, but we were just so busy because it's all day events. You know what I'm saying? So we just, I want to go back and actually enjoy Kansas City because it was really, really cool and it was dope to look at. But like, we didn't get to really enjoy Kansas City. There was so much art out there. I could talk about Kansas City for hours. I definitely want to go back out there. And not to shout out a Cowboys fan, but Tuck was out there. Jay Tuck was out there. He does a Cowboys fan only podcast. And he looked out for me. He showed me around. He gave me some spots to go to. But I know he's out there. So I'm definitely trying to go back out there and just kick it one more time. Where were we? Shout out to Joe, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, hit that like. I appreciate that. Bet on yourself says we have the team everyone would like to have. Exactly. It's about winning. Dank Burrito said, did you know Alabama has a safety that plays for them? His name is Devontae Smith. For real? Are you being serious or are you joking? They really do? What's going on, Print House? What's going on, brother? You got to hit me up, man. We got to get these hats out, man. People want the hats, bro. We got to get these out, brother. I got you, Brian. No worry. Jimmy needs more love. Dude's excellent. Got to get him back on. I definitely will. I'll holler at him. You guys let me know. Start putting them in the comments or maybe in the comments after the live stream. Tell me who you guys want on. You guys know I'm cool with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody my friend. You know what I'm saying? Nobody hate me too much. So if you guys want anybody on, just let me know who you want on and we'll get it popping, man. We'll definitely get it popping. What's going on, KJ? What's going on? Been too long. Joey Shakes in the building. What's going on, brother? Need training camp now. You ain't said but a word, bro. You are not lying. I miss football so much, man. And it's cool because last year was a good year to really get back into the game. Like, the year before that, it was like, it is what it is. It was good for content because, everybody loves to see people upset. But last year was just really good to feel, how do I say? Like, there's a new, how do I say this? Like, it's a new organization. Last year just felt so new. I don't know how to really explain it. I hope that makes some type of sense. But it is what it is. But shout out to my guy, Joey Shake. Speaking of great content, my dude been killing it, man. And his horror channel, I got to put my girl onto it because I keep on saying I keep telling myself to show her, but she would love it. So I got to show her. Shout out to you and the horror channel, man. That junk is dope. What's up, Joe? What's going on, B-Mo? What's going on, Ryan? What's going on, Breezy? People annoy me with the Jalen stats talk. The offense was efficient because of him. Exactly. That's the whole point. I do not care what he does. I really don't. And obviously I don't want him to be terrible. Like, I don't want him to go out there and throw 40 picks just because we're winning. Like, even then, I would sit there and be like, yeah, Jalen Hurts can't throw. He sucks. Say, he's throwing interceptions, but we winning. Yeah, that's all that matters to me. That's really all that matters to me. I just want to win. Like, I can't wait for 4 years from now, right? And this is going to sound crazy, but I don't care. 4 years from now, right? When Cowboys fans can't say, well, haven't you catched up? Because we're going to have 5, right? Because this is a dynasty. That's all I'm saying. We out here to win. That's all that matters to me. Unspoken says, hey, the best part of Eagles content creators, y'all cover every Eagles fan somehow, some way. Facts, yeah, that's all that matters, man. I'm gonna get a couple people on, man, because there's a lot of, especially the new guys, bro. Some of these new dudes, and I don't want to like name people because I'll feel bad because I know I'll forget people and people will be like, Joe, you hate me. I don't hate nobody, but there's some amazing new content creators in the Eagles spot that I definitely want to get on here. So we definitely gonna have to get it popping, man. Lenny says, with Swift, this offense about to go on another level, and I'm high on Olamide. It doesn't mean I gave up on Quez, though, just saying thank you. I'm glad you put that right after because I was about to go off on you, dog. No, I think Olamide is going to be interesting. I think this whole offense, man, it's very rare that you can say, I feel very confident in what we have, but it's scary what we might become. That's very rare. Usually it's like, we know we have a good team. We just got to go out there, stay healthy. Like, we have a real possibility of getting even better than last year, which stat-wise may sound crazy. But realistically, on paper or on field and in, in use, like, I think we can be better. So it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be a fun year. He said, We know you hitting that 10K, no doubt. I appreciate that, Joey. You know how we get down, man. It ain't gonna be lack of effort that don't get me there. I'll tell you that damn much. Bird Gang, what's going on, brother? He said, "What's up, Castro? What's your way too early record prediction?" Me is 15-2. Bird Gang, it's funny because a year ago I was calling you crazy. You know, because you said 15-2. I think I said 14-3, so I sounded stupid. But the year before that, called you crazy because you said 15-2. You might be onto something at this point. I'm gonna say that. But I think when I went through the season, which everybody should go check that video out. It's like a 20-minute video. I literally went through every single game, gave like stats for every single opponent and everything. It was a cool video. But I think I went 13-4 was my final like record prediction. I don't have game by game, but I think it was 13-4. Did I get to see the Hall of Fame? I didn't. Now, there's so many things in Kansas City I did not get to see. We literally drove by the sign on the way in, and we were like, all right, we got to go there. We got to go there. But it was, just too much we missed. Way too much we missed. I'm sure my girl will tell you guys. She wants to go back just as bad as I do. So, Bergang says we need to stream soon. Hurts next level is the GOAT. Definitely holla at me. Yeah, I know I've been busy, so you know what I'm saying. Definitely holla at me. I'll holla at you. I'll holla at you because you holla at me. I ain't gonna sit here and tell you keep hitting me up. I'll holla at you and we'll definitely get something set up, brother. I got you. Dank says no, he's real. Wears number 8. That's wild. That's wild. What did Devontae Smith wear in college? Did he wear 8 too? Is he his cousin? That would be crazy if he's like his cousin or his brother. He's Devontae Smith the third or fourth. What if it's his son? What if Devontae Smith is really 40 and we never knew? Eagles Uncensored says, hey, Joe, what is your opinion on this offense as it sits right now in week 1? Do you feel we need any more pieces or are you happy with what we got? Offensively, I'm good. I mean, if you want to add something, if you feel like, hey, let me add a wide receiver. Like, if you want to go get it, look, I'm going to put it blunt. I'm going to put it very bluntly. If you say I want to go get a DeAndre Hopkins, go ahead. I ain't going to stop you. I ain't going to say no. If you want to go get another wide receiver out there, I ain't going to stop you. If you just want to keep strapping up. If, old boy from, I don't know why I'm blanking on his name, Dalvin Cook. If Dalvin Cook really gets released and you want to add him and you want to have a crowded ass running back room, I'm cool with that too. I am okay with that. More realistically, probably offensive line, maybe offensive line, depending on how you feel about Tyler Sheen. I think it's Steen. It's Steen, not Sheen. I keep saying Sheen like he's one of like Charlie's brother or something. But it depends on how you feel about Steen. If you like Steen and you think he could start, or if you like, Cam Jurgens, you think he could start, or if you like the tandem of the two and think one can back up the other, then you maybe not need to. But right as it sits, I don't know what you're doing at that guard spot. So maybe if you're gonna add anywhere on the offensive side, that's probably where I'm gonna add. Oh, he's real, dang, that's crazy. I'm about to pin that because if anybody watching this back, I want y'all to see that Devontae Smith he has a twin. What if we draft him? What if he's good at cornerback and we draft him? We got 2 Devontae Smiths. I'm cool with that. NFC East roundtable before the season starts. Yeah, we definitely gonna do that, King Trouble. We'll probably do it on the best of enemies. We'll probably get a Giants and Washington guy. I don't even know who to do for the Giants anymore. We had the Entertainer on once. We had my guy Ruben on once. So we'll see what happens. When it comes to Washington, it's George Carmi 99% of the time. I ain't gonna lie. He knows his team. What's going on, man? And my beautiful, beautiful girlfriend in the building says, go Birds, join the family, share, like, and subscribe. She know the vibes. What are you looking forward most forward to seeing during the next season? D-line, running backs, or Hurts? Is it out of those 3 or just in general? Because I would say if it was out of those 3, I would probably say our defensive line because I want to see what happens with Jordan Davis. I want to see what happens with Jalen Carter. I want to see how that kind of, all pans out, what Fletcher Cox does on probably limited snaps. And if Brandon Graham still has a little bit more old man strength in him. I want to see how all that pans out because I think this defensive line might be better than last year. So we'll see what happens this year. As far as like outside of those 3, I would say linebackers. Maybe not excited, maybe more anxious. I want to see what they're going to do. You can even lump safeties in there. Like I want to see what they're going to become. So probably those 3 are my like top 3 right now. Stu, what's going on? Yeah, we definitely gonna talk tomorrow. Tomorrow, Tuesday at 7 o'clock, we're gonna be doing our Jan. And I know Stu gonna be live. With it. Checking in on my guy, repping Philly in Budapest. That's crazy. That's what's up. Shout out to Brian. What time is it out there? Justin says Philly 21, Eagle Owl are solid too. Got to get them on. I've had Alcabir on before he was Eagle Owl. He done changed up on a brother. You know what I'm saying? He used to be Alcabir and now he Eagle Owl. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe he was trying to keep that a secret. I don't know. But either way, no, I've had him on. We definitely will get him back on. Philly 21, go in his comments and tell him to come on this show because I have no way of really like reaching out to him. I know he's covered, some of my stuff when I was out at the draft. I know he's, what he watches. So if you're watching, brother, we definitely got to work. I love his show, man. I love his editing. His editing is crazy. Jalen is built to be a GOAT if he stays healthy and humble as he is now. He's going to change this organization forever. I agree, Joe. I like your first name, too. You always had a great first name. Eagles landed. He wore 6. Okay, all right. So not too far off. Maybe this is Devontae Smith 2.0. Maybe he's supposed to be playing wide receiver. Maybe they got him at the wrong spot. I love my time in Kansas City. It's a must to go back. Yeah, I would live out there if I'm being 100. I would probably move out there. I don't know if it gets cold out there. Y'all got to let me know. But I would probably. It wasn't too cold. Was it cold when we were out there? It was chilly. It wasn't too bad though. If it was bad, I would complain about it because Indianapolis was bad. Indianapolis was like, it was like you stepped into a freezer for no reason at all because there's no fun stuff to do. Let me stop. I don't know who lives in Indianapolis. I ain't gonna be mean to y'all. City. Bird Gang. So I just missed a bunch of. All right. If he's Charlie's brother, we're in trouble. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, that would be terrible. Doug says the DB Smith is from Cincinnati. R. Smith is from Louisiana. Oh, man. So no relation. Small world, though. Very small world. Doppelganger. I saw mine in a video. I know this has nothing to do with sports. I saw my doppelganger in a video of him, like it was a comedy show. Looked just like me. Glasses and everything. It was insane. Bird Gang said, who will take star lead defensive tackle this year? I say Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis might. I think it depends on what you mean star. You know what I'm saying? Because like Jordan Davis, I don't think his impact is going to be numbers. I don't think his impact is going to be, putting up 20 sacks or whatever. I just don't think that's his game. I think Jalen Carter will put up some good numbers. Milton Williams might surprise some people. But if I had to pick one, I would probably say Jalen Carter. I do think that Fletcher Cox is going to have a big year because I think that limited snaps, more of a mentor type ship role. He wanted to come back here. I think that he's going to have a big year. So that would be my star. But if we're looking at the young guys, which I'm assuming you want to, I would say him. Yeah, Lenny, I think what you said is perfect. I think Jordan Davis is more of a run stopper, where the Jalen Carter is a pass rusher. Jalen Carter is very good in stopping the run as well, though. So we've lucked out there. Spot City Chop said, hey, I'm calling it now. Nolan Smith will win Defensive Rookie of the Year. I would take that. I think Nolan Smith going to surprise me because I definitely was not. I don't want to say I wasn't high on him at 30. I am not mad at that at all. Or 31, where do we get him? Whatever it was. I am not mad at that at all. Like, that was an amazing spot. But I was one of those people saying at 10, I was a little trepidatious to, I had a little trepidation to actually take him at 10. But, I think where we got him was amazing. $21.31. What is that? Oh, it's 20. So, all right, that's what time is that? So that's 3 hours back. So that's like what, 9 at night? It's like 9 at night out there. Am I right? 9:30. Am I right? If I'm right, I'm proud of myself because I don't know military time. I know a couple of my family members probably cringing right now because they, either in the military or been out the military. My girlfriend's probably face palming behind me like this dude. But Mr. Ralph Falora, what's going on, bro? It's been a minute, right? I had to sub to Eagle Owl. I know what the name change was about. I honestly think we're good. But what's going on, Mr. Ralph? It's been a minute. I honestly think we're good at linebacker and safety. Dank, I think we're solid there. Yeah, I think good is a solid way of putting it. I think we're good there. I don't know what we are. I think there's a lot of ceiling still to be seen. Nicholas Morrow is an unknown to me. I know a lot of people are high on him, and there was one report on Christian Ellis, okay, that he had a good practice. He had one interception off of Marcus Mariota. why is all, and maybe I'm answering this question by saying this, but why is Twitter acting like he's the next GOAT, bro? Let's calm down. Media's only been to one practice. All right. Christian Ellis had a good practice. Let's calm down, bro. Everybody acting like he deserves starting time. I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. We'll see what happens. Shout out to everybody in here, man. We got 45 people on YouTube side. If you're anywhere else, I love you guys too. But be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family, share it. If you got the time, I appreciate you to share it. Share it is caring, right? Sharing is caring. So I appreciate y'all. It get cold in a bit. Yeah, it does. Oh, for real, in Kansas, it gets cold. Dank Burrito said Eagle Owl is better marketing. I guess so. I like the Alcabir there in it. I think that was a cool name. I think Davis is going to be a monster. I do too. Jordan Davis is a run stopper on defense, built to improve the quality of the speed. Yeah, I think that you look at Jordan Davis, and he's really there, obviously, to stop the run, but he's there to eat up blocks, help the second level, help the linebackers get between, find gaps to stop the run and everything. So he's, like I said, I don't think his impact is going to be shown on the numbers, and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm okay with that. Again, just win. That's all that matters to me. Be an asset, right? Last year we were able to kind of see it when you look at the running game numbers, right? It was a kind of a disparity when he was on the field compared to when he wasn't. That kind of leveled out towards the end of the year, but either way, I think it's going to be fun. Brian said, be proud. I'm right. I am proud. Yeah, I have no idea how proud I am. I'm a trip. You know what I mean? I'm putting that as my bio on Twitter. I got it right once. But that's what's up, man. Shout out to you. Are you in the service? Or if you're in the service, we appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you. Dank said, if Davis gets 3.5 sacks to 5 sacks, that would be huge, pun intended. I agree. Howie got away with robbery in the first round. That's why LB called him Ski Mask Howie. Yeah, there's so many good names. The Howie Vision with Philly 500. Mine is Howie Potter because he's a magician. Howie Ski Mask Howie is good. The people that do this is how we do it. I love that because Montel Jordan's is the GOAT. But yeah, there's some really good ones. I still think we need a linebacker. I mean, I agree, Mike. I agree and I don't agree. It's a really tough for me to say because I'm not there watching them. So, there has been some talk that the linebackers and the safeties don't look that good, but a lot of that talk is from media, and they only saw one day. So it's hard for me, I respect what people tell me, and I respect what I hear, but, it's hard for me to really, really take that because it's like you only seen one day. How can we really say? You know what I mean? That's really, I think we'll really know. Give it a couple more weeks. I know that sucks to say, but give it a couple more weeks, and I think more information will come out about what we think. Because you look at a day ago, we were talking about people were talking about Sidney Brown like he was going crazy at practice. Now people are saying that they're worried about the safeties. It's just that every day you hear something different. So I say give it a couple days, give it maybe a week or two, and then let things kind of settle out, and we'll figure out what we do. I think once they go back on their break, that's when we'll probably make a decision on if we're good at linebacker or not. But that's my opinion. But I appreciate the comment. I gave you a moderator. That's my dog. Sidney Brown will be selling jerseys like a mug by mid-season. You think so? I'm down with it. Sidney Brown, he's from Canada, right? Sidney Brown's from Canada. So, if he starts, I know Canada going to be all over. Maybe Drake starts coming to our games. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we walk out to Drake at the next Super Bowl. I would hate that. I'm not going to lie. I don't want Drake to be I like Drake's music, but I don't want him to be an Eagles fan, bro. He's a curse. We talked about the Madden curse. He's a real life curse, IRL curse. But Davis has a higher ceiling than the rest of them. He is bigger, faster, and stronger. If he reaches full potential, going to be unstoppable and a monster with close to 10 sacks. Whenever somebody writes in all caps, I feel like I have to yell it. But Davis has a no. But I mean, he does. Look, if he can put it together, right? If he can figure out a way to become a dominant pass rusher, then yes, he will be a dominant pass rusher. But he's already dominant in the run game. I think he's already, I won't say he's hit his ceiling, but he's already what he is. He's nasty at what he is. If he, adds pass rushing to that, then yes, it's going to be something we haven't really seen all that often, to be honest. If he's getting 10 sacks at the defensive tackle spot, and it's a consistent thing, we're talking Aaron Donald level. We're talking Fletcher Cox in his prime level. That's rare. So, I mean, hey, I would love for it to happen. But I think Jalen Carter has more of a chance of being that type of guy. In my opinion, love them both. I would love for both of them to be that, Loving these battles on the O&D line. The linebacker room, really excited about the upcoming season. I am too. I really am. I think that, and then you talk about the running backs. I think you brought it up as well. The running backs, man, that's going to be a dogfight. Because, like, if these guys stay healthy, and I hate to keep saying that, I feel bad saying that, but it's the truth. It is what it is. If Penny and Swift stay healthy, like, what do we have? Like, what do we really have? Right? I mean, there was a lot of people that felt comfortable with Kenny Gainwell being our number one back. He might be our third. Like, what do we really have here, right? And then there's still, you got Kennedy Brooks on the practice squad, or now they're signed to active, but he'll probably be back on the practice squad. Trey Sermon, depending on what happens with him this season. You have a lot of running backs and a lot of guys that can definitely make a name for themselves this year. Lenny says, to give Nakobe Dean the green dot, Eagles organization must know something that we don't. Dude must be a beast. He just had the red shirt last season. I will say this, and this could be 100% wrong. This isn't from a source or anything like that. I think that Nakobe Dean wasn't starting because we had Kaiser White. And I think that it comes down to Jonathan Gannon not wanting to change anything. I really do. I feel like Kaiser White was his guy. He was a guy that he wanted in the offseason. He got him. He didn't want to take him out. I really, truly do believe that, because the more you look at Kaiser White's season, it wasn't amazing. It wasn't great. It wasn't, he came here to be a pass coverage guy. Wasn't really great in that facet of his game. So like I said, it's just my opinion, but I think we held him back because of Jonathan Gannon. So I think he was good. I think he was already good. The green dot definitely gives a lot of trust into him. But again, it's really, really early. It's really, really early. And I'm not being pessimist. I just don't want to get too high, because if he gets that taken away from him, I don't want it to be like, oh, he must suck. No. There might just be a person that's better suited for that. So I don't want to get too high or too low on guys too early. I said too like four times, right? Wowie Goatsman, I like that. That's a good one. Now I'm in the movie business, filming here, but also all over Europe. Much respect to the veterans and those in service. Definitely, that's dope, man. That's dope. You in the movie business, like, if you need like a podcaster role, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty funny. Yeah. Let me know, bro. I got you. That's dope, though, man. That's dope. When we do the call-ins, Brian, definitely hop on the call-ins if you ever want to, man. It would be cool to kind of hear what you do out there. Lenny said, I wouldn't mind if we trade for a linebacker. I will go after Patrick Queen. I wouldn't mind signing Miles Jack. If you don't feel comfortable with what you have, sign Miles Jack. I'm sure there's other guys, if I go through, the free agents list at the linebacking position, that I would feel comfortable with. But right now, it's business. Right now, this is the business part of it. Right now, I feel like, and again, this is my opinion, I feel like Howie and the team and the coaches are just trying to see what they have. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what these young boys got. Let's see if they can go out there and make, impress us early. And if they can, then maybe we don't make a move. If they can't, maybe we do make a move. I do think something's going to shake. I don't think we go into this year with $13 million in cap space. Probably still a good amount of money, but somebody's going to get extended. Somebody's going to get signed. Something's going to happen. I don't think they just stay put. We know Howie Roseman a little bit too much to ever think that would happen, right? Joe says D Swift could be our unofficial third receiver. He's a weapon that Jalen hasn't had yet. That's very, very true. That's very true. And that's why we were talking about even a guy like Bijan Robinson in the draft, or Jahmyr Gibbs. Those guys were damn near slot receivers, so it gave you that other option. Or you're just adding different elements to like you're adding different personnel groups to your playbook. Like, there's so many things you can do. Have two running backs out there, have two tight ends out there. You can have three tight ends out there if you really want to. There's so many different things you can do. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with it. Mark C says White was a Gannon guy. Yeah, they redshirted Dean. This is another reason I dislike Gannon. Exactly. I don't know if you said that after I said it and you're agreeing, or you said it before and I didn't see it, but we agree. We on the same page. I think that Gannon, that was a big knock on him for me too. Outside of just not changing things up, right? He didn't change things up as far as personnel went. He didn't change things up as far as scheme went when he had to. So I just, I'm glad Gannon's gone. I can't wait to beat the brakes off him in Arizona. Miles Jack would be great too. I would be cool with Miles Jack. I would be cool. I've met Miles Jack in Jacksonville. I lived in Jacksonville for like 7 years, and I met him randomly. The most random meeting. I met him at the gas station, like the most hood gas station too in the world. And he was right in front of me. I know this is a tangent. It is what it is. Welcome back to the live, guys. This is what we do. You know I go on tangents. But he was right in front of me, right in the gas station. I'm behind him waiting. And I don't know, everybody was acting all nice to him, like, oh, hey, how's it going? He's short, like 5'11". He's short. And when he leaves, I'm like, yo, who's that, to the attendant? And she's like, that's Miles Jack. And I was like, oh, he's small as hell. That's crazy. But, hey, I would love to have him on the team, bro. I would love to have him on the team, even though I just talked a little bit of talk about, hopefully Miles Jack don't see this, bro. I was called crazy when I said Gainwell was running back one. He could have been. I mean, you know, I don't know what's going to happen at that running back group. I think that's probably the most interesting spot. I know I said defensive tackle, but now I'm thinking about it. Now that I'm really thinking about it, that running back group going to be fun because you can still add. What if they still add somebody? I don't know. Joe no say. How you feel if we grab Yannick? Look, I mean, I think that's harassment. You can't just grab people like that. No, I'm just kidding. If we sign Yannick, I think that would be cool. I got to look at his numbers because if I'm not mistaken, he's been kind of underwhelming, but I don't want to say that and then sound stupid. So let me just look at these real quick, what his numbers were last year. All right, yeah. See, I'm remembering him having that great year, the year that we beat them in the play, or that they almost went to the Super Bowl, right? But then he kind of fell off the 2 years that he was in Baltimore, Minnesota. But I guess he's had 2 good years back to back again. So, you know, I'll shut up. Yeah. 10 sacks last year in 2021, 9.5 last year. Yeah. I mean, look, I wouldn't be against it. That's what I've said that though before. I think that the Eagles are going to add a vet to that defensive line. I don't think they just stand pat. And I think at the pass rusher, a lot of people have kind of looked at me like, oh, I don't think that's really, we have so many guys. You never have enough. My guy, Chris McPherson, comes on the show a lot. We need to get him back on. It's been too long. He's probably going to yell at me. But no, Chris, we've had Chris on a lot. And I remember one thing he said to me was that you could never, ever have too many pass rushers. And that was kind of the motto that these Eagles went by. So, you know, I think that's where we if anywhere, we're going to strap up. They played a lot of seniority games instead of playing the best guy for the jobs and spots. I agree, Mark. I agree 110%, man. GG, what's good, brother? What's good? Let me get you a wrench. Some of the wrenches went away, but I know you've been here before. I met Blake Griffin at a sword shop in Portland. That is the most that's more random than mine. That's way more. You win, Dank. You win. He was a rookie, I believe. I told him I loved him in college and good luck this season. That's dope. I need if any of y'all got like connections, you know what I'm saying, to some of these Eagles players, let me know because I got a whole bunch of like cards I need them to sign. Like I got a Jalen Hurts rookie card. I need him to sign that. So you know what I'm saying? If y'all got connects, let me know because we're going to utilize those. Ralph Lawrence says we need a change at wide receiver 3. I mean, I don't know. We need more consistency from what? Quez. But at the end of the day, Quez Watkins had 3 drops, and I know they were terrible drops, and he was responsible for 3 interceptions. So it's like, it definitely sucks, and they were at the worst timing possible. But like, I don't want to give up on him yet. I'm cool with the Olamide signing because it brings in a guy to compete with him, but it doesn't say you're completely out of it. You know what I'm saying? The same thing that kind of happened with the Zach Pascal last year. He was brought in to compete. He never really took snaps away from Quez. So I don't know if I see Olamide doing it, so we'll see. I think it will go running back 1 Swift, Gainwell 2, 3 Penny as our thumper, short yardage back, so Hurts don't have to do QB sneaks a lot. We ain't stopping that QB sneak, dog. That thing works way too much. That works way too much. Mark says, I know Sermon isn't high on anyone's list for running back, but they kept him on the active roster all season. I hope they use him this year. He was a beast at Ohio State. I don't know why they didn't use him. Real talk, I won't say I'm not high on him, but it's one of those things. Same thing with Jordan Howard. It's like, you don't use him enough. I'm just going to give up on thinking it's ever going to happen. I mean, every game, I felt like every week we were talking about, like, I mean, why not try and play Trey Sermon? Why not put in Trey Sermon? But after a while, it's like, all right, I'm not going to keep knocking my head against this wall. Yeah, obviously not going to do it. So it is what it is. But I agree. I mean, I would not mind them bringing him up, seeing what he can do. And when he did, he had like one play and it was for like 10 yards. And we're like, see, he could do that. Never saw the ball again. It made no sense. More heart than Rager, but still not it. I think anybody got more heart than Rager. Met AC Gross, dope. At Walmart, I worked at also Daunting Cunningham. shop there too. That's crazy. Dante Cunningham was a crazy story. I thought he was nasty. I thought he was so good. And then he ended up in like the AFL or something like that. Just crazy. Have a good one, people. Keep up the great content, Joe. Gotta roll, go Birds. Thank you, Brian. Have a good night, brother. Be safe out there, man. Be safe. And I need you to check in every time you at a different location. You know what I mean? Let me know what time it is out there. Have they banned that QB sneak? I know it was up in the air. They did not. The rule was upheld or whatever you want to call it. Like they didn't. That was some crybaby stuff. That really was some crybaby stuff. Because how long has the QB sneak been in formation? I know that we do a little bit weird with the guy pushing in the back, but everybody can do that. Literally everybody can do that. So get yourself a 200-pound quarterback that can lift 500, and maybe you can do it as good as we did. Looking forward to Hurts' progression and our new defense. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Desai, man. Desai is probably the one thing that I'm most excited for this offseason, or this season, I should say, because I think that he just brings so many ideals that Eagles fans relate to. Like, how many times have we said that we want to see this, we want to see that, we want to see, more, physicality, more blitzing, just beating people up, man. And I think that he's going to bring that. Shout out to Lemuel. I hope I said that right. Lemuel. I hope I said that right. But welcome to the family, bro. I appreciate you becoming a member. Watch since hasn't been. Wait, what? Watch since hasn't banned it. Now everyone gonna try and jock our style. They could have done it last year. I'm okay with that. I'm cool with anybody can do what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's no secret what we're doing. We do it every week. You know what I mean? It's not like we're trying to hide what we are. Anybody can try and do it, but that means you have to have a GM that's not afraid to take risks. You have to have a coach that is going to make the best out of his situation with the players he has, a quarterback that's going to go through adversity, learn the system, learn how to be a quarterback, learn how to be a leader. You're going to have to get a team that just is die hard for each other. Like, there's a lot of things that you got to do in order to be as good as us. It goes beyond just one play. It goes beyond just our quarterback can lift 400. It's a whole team thing, and that's what scares people the most. That's why they hate. That's why they get mad. That's why they hate on him. They be like, oh, he can't do this, though. He can't do that. If somebody is pointing out what you can't do, this is a life thing. If someone is pointing out what you can't do, they are probably scared as hell of what you can do. That's the one thing. If somebody is trying to put an umbrella over you and you know it ain't raining, they are scared that you're getting some shine that they aren't. That's all it is. People mad, and it's beautiful. I love it. But if they mad, we doing something right. Right? We doing something right. That's all I know. Shout out to my guy Mark C with the $5 super chat. He says, I hate to say this, but I hope Derek Barnett gets cut. If he was healthy last year, he would have extended so many opponents' drives with penalties. I thought you were going to say something good at the end. Like, if he was healthy, maybe he would have done good. I mean, yeah, I don't know who you'll bring on. I do worry that Derek Barnett is going to make costly penalties, but he is productive. He is a productive player, and we've seen it, year in, year out. He's made plays. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So it's hard for me to really, say don't cut him. We can't just do that. But he's depth. If anything, trade him. If you're gonna get rid of him, trade him. And you don't really save much money. I think you save like a little less than $2 million if you cut or trade him post June. So if you're gonna do it, trade him. Maybe you can get like a fourth, maybe a third. Maybe somebody will give you something like that. Yeah, I gotta agree with you, man. It's hard to really say anything against that, bro. It's been tough to watch. It's been really tough to watch his career because you remember the beginning of his career. You remember when he gets drafted, everybody's showing highlights of Reggie White, and this dude broke Reggie White's career, record, and he has not done anything since, bro. He has not done anything at all. It's just, he got the fumble recovery in the Super Bowl, so there's that. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely that. Lenny says, games I'm looking forward to, and I hope we put our foot on their neck, is 49ers, Cowboys twice, Washington for last season. Yeah, I want to smack the Cowboys, mainly because it's fun to see, James on here upset. And we're going to be doing the live streams. Me and James are going to do the live stream, so it'll be fun if we could sweep them. I definitely want to knock the 49ers just teeth down their throat. I'm so tired of them talking, from their players to their fans. It's like, shut up, bro. Like, That junk is just so annoying. Who else? Kansas City will be a nice little revenge, but I've said this before. I'll say it again. My revenge comes in February. I want to play them again in the Super Bowl, and I want to beat them. Yeah, I'm trying to think who else. Bills will be an interesting game. Yeah, those are kind of the main games. I would like to beat up the Giants again just because that's like an annual thing we do. So, it's fun. It's fun at this point. Just keep on beating them up. But either way, I am about to I'll read this last comment. By the end of the year, D linemen were just jumping on top of our quarterback sneaks. Sneaks were still successful, but it's a lot to have 1,000 pounds pushing from behind and front and carrying weight. Facts. I will never forget Sirianni saying it's always him after a Barnett penalty. Let me know the coach sees it too. Yeah, I remember that. I definitely remember that. That was so yeah, Derek Barnett, we'll talk about him, man. Maybe I'll do a video about him. Maybe I'll talk about him next live. But with that being said, there is going to be a next live. We are back, guys. We've had over 40 people in the chat. I appreciate you guys so much. I know I've been gone for a while. If you guys enjoy the content, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family, share it with your friends, share it with your mama. You know what I'm saying? Let her know. But other than that, we out. It's Fly Goes Fly, and we are out here. My girl did it in the back. Did y'all hear that? Y'all ain't hear it, but I do it again. Peace.
Yeah, Fly was flying on the team. Touchdown, time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a Bird Gang Nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Deshaun, hunting like Randall. Season here, early time to do him in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for